Welcome to the PIC Connection. Today we are at the ribbon cutting ceremony for the Private Industry Council. They'll be dedicating their new edition today, and so please stay with us. It's going to be a very interesting show.
We want to welcome you to the Private Industry Council of Westmoreland Fayette Incorporated. My name is Janet Ward and I am the Assistant Director of Education. Today we are celebrating the grand opening of our new addition to our headquarters here in Greensburg, Pennsylvania. Construction began in late April to add an additional 3,650 square feet of space to our existing building. This provided space for 3 classrooms, a computer lab classroom, and 3 offices. In addition, 40 new parking spaces were added. This expansion was made possible by the generous support of many different sources. It was funded through a grant from the Richard King Mellon Foundation, a community development block grant from Westmoreland County, revenue from the Education Technology Institute, and private donations. The new classrooms and computer lab will be used to expand and enhance our services, allowing us to impact even more individuals through workforce and educational programs. Upon official approval, PIC's Education and Technology Institute, ETI, looks forward to using the additional space to hold diploma program courses. ETI is licensed by the Pennsylvania State Board of Licensed Schools and accredited by the Accrediting Council for Independent Colleges and Schools. We offer short-term training for individuals who are looking to get to work quickly. Since 1999, we have enrolled over 428 people in our diploma programs and 46 individuals in our nurse aid certificate program. Currently, PIC's diverse education and workforce development programs already are utilizing this new space. These classrooms and classes allow PIC to continue expanding opportunities for workforce development in our region. In addition, the expansion creates a new and valuable resource for local businesses seeking space for programming and specialized training. We want to thank you all for coming and helping us to celebrate the many accomplishments of the Private Industry Council. It is now my privilege to introduce Mr. John Malone. Since 2011, Mr. Malone has served as the chair of the Private Industry Council's Board of Directors. He joined PNC Bank in 1983 and has served as the vice president there since 2000. Please welcome Mr. John Malone.
Good morning, everyone. Morning. I guess we have 10 minutes of morning left. It is with great pleasure that I was asked today to introduce to you Congressman Tim Murphy, who's been a great friend of the Private Industry Council. In January of 2011, Congressman Murphy began serving his 5th term in Congress representing the 18th District of Pennsylvania, encompassing the South Hills of Pittsburgh and portions of Washington and Westmoreland counties. Representing southwestern Pennsylvania, a world leader in research, development, in the transmission of energy, Congressman Murphy is a member of the House Energy and Commerce Committees and serves as the Vice Chair of the Subcommittee on the Environment and Economy. He sits on 2 additional subcommittees, Health and Oversight and Investigations. Congressman Murphy also founded the Congressional Natural Gas Caucus to educate and formulate policies focused on the environmentally friendly, responsible production of natural gas and to help meet the country's energy needs. Representative Murphy has also been appointed to the chair of the Congressional Steel Caucus, and in June of 2011, Congressman Murphy was appointed to the Speaker's Select Task Force on Cybersecurity, which tasks with making recommendations on cybersecurity authorities, informing sharing and public-private partnerships, critical infrastructure, and domestic legal frameworks. He and his wife Nan now reside in Upper St. Clair with their daughter Bevan, and he attended St. Thomas More Catholic Church in Bethel Park. I must say he is a good friend of the Private Industry Council, along with his chief of staff over here, Lou Lazaro, who's been instrumental in helping us along the way to achieve our goals. So with that, I'd like to introduce to you the Honorable Congressman Murphy.
Well, what a great day, and congratulations on this magnificent new building and all the people who work there and everybody who's made this possible. You know, as we look at America's jobless numbers, they've gone from terrible to awful. That's an improvement, but it's nowhere near good enough. we still have millions of Americans out of work, and we have to be working to make things better. I must admit that some of the policies set forth that have continued to be a serious problem for jobs have not made a lot of things better. But it is the work from organizations like this that is doing that. We have much work to do, for example, in the energy sector and out here in this area, in the area of machining and manufacturing, where this area of Westmoreland County, well known actually around the country and around the world for what it makes in the nuclear industry and machining, is beyond compare. But in order to have a great workforce, you have to have a well-educated workforce. And that is where the Private Industry Council and much of its work comes in that is second to none. Particularly the work that it does with early childhood education and Head Start is extremely important. If you have people going to enter the workforce, you need to make sure that they feel that their children are being well educated, that those parents themselves are getting re-involved with their children's education, and because we know that that can be an important part of those children's future. Head Start children, for example, have a much higher rate of success when they are involved in early education programs in the preschool time compared with their peers who are not, particularly because the parents are involved with their children. And of course, it's also important that those children, the next generation of job holders, all part of what this community has made an important commitment to. But beyond all this, it is this unity between private industry, the public sector, all these educators, which make such a huge difference out here, and we want to see that continue. So this celebration today is indeed a celebration of the work of that partnership, which will continue. We have a lot of challenges before us, make no doubt about that. But we can see successes in this in Westmoreland County, and the people involved here are a great example of that success. And it will be that continued shoulder-to-shoulder, nose-to-the-grindstone approach of looking at innovative ways we can make sure we master and harness the energy of the workforce and our energy sector together. Private Industry Council is a great example of that work. We applaud you today. We applaud the work that will continue on for years to come. Thank you so much.
Congressman Murphy, and I want to thank you for all the work that you're doing with for job seekers and employers, and especially employers, in helping them increase their workforce at their particular place of businesses. Today, we celebrate the accomplishments, the successes, and the growth of the Private Industry Council and its customers. It's exciting to see that we will have 80 GED graduates and ETI graduates recognized tonight at our celebration of achievement at 5:30. It's exciting to see that we will have 227 adult learners that have increased their education levels this past year, and 116 of them have obtained employment. It's exciting to see that we have had 40 out of 47 trained certified nurses aides move into employment this year. And it's also exciting to celebrate the success of our Pathways program. A couple of years ago, the U.S. Department of Labor contracted with us with the Pathways program to move the unemployed into green energy jobs. At that time, we said to them we could probably place 150 people. That was our goal. What we actually placed was 259 folks into full-time employment at an average wage of $16.87 per hour. This impressed the Department of Labor so much that they went out to find additional money to keep the momentum going. And I'm happy to report today that we have created or retained 274 individuals through the Pathways Extension Grant, which includes Marcellus Shale jobs. Everything that we do at the Private Industry Council is about moving people into employment. We're not here to train just to train, but we train for employment. But we don't do it alone. And that's the other reason we're here today. Before I get to introduce the folks to my right and left, I want to thank them. I want to thank them for their support of the Private Industry Council, our services, our programs, and most importantly, our customers' futures. I want to thank them for what they do every day to impact the lives of the citizens of Westmoreland County. At this time, too, I also want to reach out and thank the Private Industry Council Board of Directors for their leadership and their vision to increase capacity and expand this building. You've already met our chairman, John Malone. You will hear from Representative Ted Harhide, who's on the board, and we also have some other board members with us today. I know Commissioner Kopis' wife, April, is out in the crowd. April is director of the Westmoreland County Redevelopment Authority. We have Rusty Smalley here from Smalley, George R. Smalley Company, and we have Susan McCarthy here from Mark McCarthy Public Relations. So I can't thank you folks enough for your leadership. I want to also thank the Richard King Mellon Foundation for the $175,000 matching grant. And I thank the Westmoreland County Commissioners and their Department of Planning and Community Development for the Community Development Block Grant that enabled Adam Idemiller to come in here and construct 40 additional parking spaces on the south side of the building so that we can meet the Hempfield Township Code for expanding the building. And also, I need to thank all of our corporate sponsors that made this project possible. I'll start with our builder, Fair Chance Construction Company. I saw that Jim Balling and Ed Balling are here today. Thank you guys. Nemacolin and Woodlands helped us. Sproul's Insurance Group. CB Tracy with Gary Hellman here today. Gary and his family appreciate it. Triangle Tech. Brownsville Bus Lines. Catalyst Connection. Dave Ray. Saw him earlier today. Thank you. GAI Consultants that did all the site development work on the project. Pat Gallagher's with us this morning. Thank Pat for all the work they did. And I also mentioned George Smalley Company. We have Teeter Associates. Bob Teeter's here. Thank you, Bob. And also Westmoreland County Community College. So we can't thank all you folks enough for everything that you've done to help us succeed here at the Private Industry Council. I also need to take another minute to thank our EITC corporate business sponsors. The Education Improvement Tax Credit Program goes to help our after-school program that we run in various school districts. And those corporate sponsors are PNC Bank, Waste Management, People's Natural Gas, First National Bank of Pennsylvania, UPMC, and the Philadelphia Insurance Company. Again, we just can't thank these folks enough for what they're doing for us. I also want to send a special thanks out to Jeff and Brescia and the Douglas Education Center. Jeff has been sponsoring our PIC Connection cable TV show. I see that we have about 5 or 6 TVs set up in the parking lot. If you go around, we've produced, I think, 17 shows to date, and you can take a look and see the type of shows and product that we're putting out. I also need to thank Ford Business Machines because they sponsor our PIC Connection radio show, which airs on WMBS in Uniontown. A special thanks to Bill Hashinger from Landmarks Design and Associates. He was the architect on the project. And also, we need to thank Hempfield Township supervisors and their planning board. And finally, thanks to all the staff in the community that have supported our capital campaign, and also the Private Industry Council on the Day of Giving events the last 2 years, and the most recent one here that happened last week. So let's get to these very important people that are sitting next to me. I understand that Senator Ward was unable to be with us today, so I'll move to Representative Harhide. Representative Harhide has been a Private Industry Council board member since 2001, and he is our champion in Harrisburg when it comes to early childhood education. With Ted's influence, a few years back, Governor Rendell became the first governor in the state of Pennsylvania to put Head Start in the state budget. And that Head Start program continues to remain in the state budget today. And a lot of that goes to my colleague and friend, Representative Harhide. So it is my pleasure to introduce the Pennsylvania State Representative from the 58th District, Ted Harhide.
It's still good morning, 11:59. I want to echo the sentiments of Congressman Murphy about getting to educate our youth and how important it is. And Tim had alluded to the fact that I was somewhat instrumental in helping get the Head Start included in the budget when Governor Rendell was in office. And that's kind of a takeoff. If you remember what Congressman Murphy had alluded to a little earlier, was that this Head Start is so vitally important to us. And it was an easy call. When you get something from Tim Yergeson, it's usually a good call, and actually it was a physical phone call. And we went forward with that. So that's just one of the many, many programs that were successful in the Private Industry Council. And I know a little bit about it because Tim stole one of my lines. I've been in here 11 years. I didn't realize it. And I wanted to say I started when I had hair. So it's been a tough haul, but we've gotten through it all. Secondly, I asked Tim to send me some information about a week or so back, and I said, if I'm going to say a few words, I'd like to just have something in front of me. And I went down to about the fourth area, and it says, since 1983, PIC has served over 70,000 individuals. I am one of those. I moved back around 90-91, and they had a branch down in Monessen, and I'm an investment banker by profession, came off of Wall Street, and that's not a real prevalent position around here in these parts, I should say. And with the help of the people that worked at the PIC at that time with resume writing, and I mean, I've been out of that market for a long time, and just contacting and networking and trying to borrow a word from the congressman, harness my power and focus on what I needed to do, I was able to land a job at Hermione National Bank, which is now the First National Bank of Pennsylvania, where they were absorbed. So it does work, and I'm a proud example of it. So it was very easy when I was approached in 2001 and asked to be on the board, and I am honored and privileged to serve. And I am very happy and pleased, and I want to congratulate the Private Industry Council family for such a great job, not only on the physical plant, but inside, the people that work here from the top down, from Tim Yergeson, the president and CEO, on down, and of course the rest of the board members that are here today and aren't here today. But it is an honor and a pleasure, and congratulations on a job well done, and God bless you.
Thank you, Representative Harhide. As I mentioned earlier, the Westmoreland County Commissioners have supported us with a Community Development Block Grant Program for both our business expansion and the job education and training program that we have in Monessen. They also contract to us for GED prep and adult education services at the Westmoreland County Prison. We are very pleased to have all three Westmoreland County Commissioners here today. I'm going to start with Chairman Chuck Anderson, and then we will have Commissioner Tyler Courtney and Commissioner Ted Kopis also join us. Thank you.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here, and congratulations to the PIC. Well done. I just took a tour of the expansion, and it's another great opportunity to move this great program forward. You know, when my kids were small, I kept telling them to build a base, a solid base, and there are little blocks, schooling and social interaction, and all the programs that the Private Industry Council is associated with. And what you're doing is building this base so that you have a solid base to grow. And it's all about economic development. It's all about getting people into the job force. And we have in Westmoreland County with the energy programs and all the rest of the machine shops and the industry. There are hundreds of jobs that are going vacant right now. Ask any entrepreneur that you run into, and they'll tell you that they have a job and they need people to fix them. And the problems we have are skills, and we unfortunately have a tough drug problem. And if we could overcome those two problems, I mean, we could get rid of most of the unemployment that we have, in the area. So, but you guys here at the Private Industry Council are doing your part to make that happen, to make this area grow and flourish, make it better than it is right now. So my hat's off to you. I want to congratulate you on the fabulous job that you do, and anything that we can do to help you along, please don't hesitate to call. Thank you.
Thanks, Chuck. For everybody here, I'm Tyler Courtney, and I'm the newest commissioner on the board. And I want to thank the Private Industry Council for allowing us to come up here and be part of this event today. The programs and services that they provide to the community are so instrumental. Life presents a lot of challenges, and it's intimidating. So it's nice to have these programs to help these people get back to work. Because when you have working people in the communities, you have healthy communities. And I really applaud Tim and the rest of the staff and the board who are part of it, because it's important to our communities to help get people into the workforce and to realize that they're a vital part of our whole community. So I just want to thank them and congratulate you on the new building. So thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. It is truly a pleasure to be here today. It's always good to be with my friends at PIC. Every time I come here, I leave with something I think is important, some nugget of information that will be useful. And I had no idea that Ted Harha actually went through a PIC program until today. So let that be a lesson to all of our graduates tonight that they too can be a state representative someday. Wonderful story, Teddy. I had no idea. It is absolutely wonderful to be here, and I was reminded as I was pulling in, it was only been 10 years ago that these important PIC programs were housed in a rather crowded old house in downtown Greensburg. So the expansion's been tremendous, but it's more than just a physical building. We all know that. The important things that go on in there that really prepare folks for work, that better educate them, all the things that our speakers rightfully alluded to today. But I want to add one more thing to this. This isn't just about jobs and it's not about education. Let's remember the folks who are really benefiting from this program. It's the poor, the disadvantaged, the non-traditional students, folks otherwise might be falling through the cracks elsewhere. So these programs are vitally important. I'm so proud that we have representation from the state, from our federal government here, and certainly the county's been a long-time supporter, and I certainly plan on continuing that. It's been proud to partner with all of you folks. My congratulations to Tim, all the staff, all the board members, and job well done. Keep up the great work. God bless you all.
We want to cut a ribbon, but before we cut the ribbon, I just want to hope that we've got some food here and people will take a few minutes and have a bite to eat, and also take a chance to walk through the building and see some of the activity that we got going on inside. I know that even Mike Lavelle, our energy readiness instructor, has set up in the April Copus room, which I know is dear to Commissioner Copus's heart.
I have a house full of them.
Yeah, you have the house full of them. Well, we have a display for all the different energy readiness programs that we operate in the April Copus room, so people can go there and see the different solar and wind and retrofit trainings that we're doing to help people move on to employment. So Teddy can bring those kids up there. Okay, so I really thank you all for coming, and I really appreciate everything that you're doing for the Private Industry Council, and I have to also thank my staff for this event and all the hard work that they put in to make the event happen. Janet Ward and her committee, my two vice presidents, John Sproul and Terry Campbell, and all the staff that participate. There's obviously too numerous to name everybody, but thank you for all that you're doing. Have a good day. Thank you very much.
Charge. 1, 2, 3, cut. Now, here's the trick. Okay, I want to do this. 1, 2, 3, cut.
Hi, I'm Linda, and you're watching The PIC Connection.
Welcome to the PIC Connection. I'm John Evans. With me right now is Congressman Tim Murphy. Congressman, thank you so much for coming up today.
Sure, John. Great to be here.
Now, Congressman Murphy, you've been a supporter and friend of the Private Industry Council for many years. Why is that?
Well, it's an easy connection. It's because the Private Industry Council does such a great job, where they're looking at early child education, support for parents, job training, helping folks move into the workforce that otherwise maybe they had some problems getting into it. That is vital. There's a lot of jobs available out here, but employers want people who are well trained. They want to make sure they're not on drugs, that they're responsible workers. And the Private Industry Council is a place that really helps shape the worker. There's a lot more to it than learning how to put a square peg in a round hole or how to fill out a form. It really is the worker. And this is just a great model of a community of how private industry works with the government, works with people to turn their lives around and get them employed, and that's just great news. Proud to support a great organization.
Well, thank you so much, Congressman Tim Murphy,
All right, John.
and we look forward to your future support.
You bet. We will.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Are you looking for a career but lack the needed skills? With multiple short-term training programs, the Education and Technology Institute can help.
ETI offers nurse aid training and a diploma program in medical coding billing. ETI also provides training for employers and individuals in CPT coding, ICD-9 and 10 coding, electronic health records, medical billing, and insurance documentation.
Take the first step to a new career. Contact ETI at 724-836-2395 or visit www.eti.edu.
I did receive an email from our previous show on SAGE assessment, and this email came from Beth, and she lives in Connellsville. And Beth, thanks so much for sending that email to me. Beth's question is, as an individual, I'm interested in taking the SAGE assessment to help me decide a career path, and what should I do? Beth, this is what you can do. You can visit the Fayette County Career Link on 135 Wayland Smith Drive, right off of Route 40 next to the Uniontown Holiday Inn, or you can visit the Westmoreland County Career Link that is in the Community College of Westmoreland County. The phone number at the Fayette County Career Link is 724-434-5627, and at the Westmoreland County Career Link it's 724-755-2330, and somebody will be able to help you out there. And Beth, for sending me that email, I have 2 Pittsburgh Zoo tickets to you that I am going to send out to you in a couple of days. And viewers, once again, if you send me an email and I pick that email, you could win 2 zoo tickets to the Pittsburgh Zoo. So keep them coming.